in a relaxed state, you're calm in your mind, it kind of filters out around you. And so give yourself permission today and the rest of this week. What is today? Today is Thursday. So the rest of this week, give yourself permission to take 10 minutes and be silent and just sit and don't. And the thing is to be peaceful with your thoughts. So if you set a timer today where you're going to take 10 minutes and you're just going to just do nothing. So you sit and you just let the thoughts do whatever they're going to do. Don't judge them. Don't do anything. If you start catching yourself with having all these scenarios about what you're doing and not doing and everything, just say, just be calm and then breathe. And one of the things that helps me in that state is to start counting my breaths or listening to my breaths. And one of the reasons that works so well is it gets you out of your head. It gets your focus on something that is not all this mind chatter. And give yourself 10 minutes out of 24 hours to do that for you. I closed the door. The cat's wanting out, I think. You're just going to have to wait. She's very vocal. All right. So now let's get to the journal prompt. Let's see what that one is. And before I go to that, just a reminder, the affirmation, you put it on a sticky note, an index card, or do like I do and have a chalk marker and you put it on a mirror, whatever helps you to have that in your focus so that you can remind yourself, I am a haven of peace. I offer peace to me first, and then I offer peace out, right? It all starts within. All right, so now let's go to the journal prompt. Describe how you can create a peaceful environment in your daily life. So I gave you one little suggestion, but a peaceful environment could be something totally different. Like I have a client that she was so scattered in her thoughts and couldn't concentrate. And so we started looking at her outer environment, and she had some things that were really bothering her in her environment, some boxes that needed to be unpacked or some clothes that needed to be put up and different things. So sometimes, well, most of the time, our outer environment is a reflection of what's going on inside. So if you're feeling scattered, you may notice that there's some junk laying around. Like the more scattered I get, I know the more cluttered my office becomes. And so take some time to evaluate your environment and start there. Where can you have a peace? How can you create a peaceful environment? And so we can sometimes get so bogged down in what we are going to do because it's so big. So if you're a person that has this huge area that it's kind of like there's things here and there that are really junked up or collected things, or I used to have like a table that it seems like I would put all the mail on it, the junk mail, and it would just I would move it around to sit down and eat and stuff. And so when I finally started looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, this is not good. And so I don't sit it on the table anymore. I go immediately to the trash can. The junk mail goes in the trash. The things that need to be shredded go to the shredder, and the things I need to keep going in a certain area. And so it's finding ways that you can make your area peaceful. And like I said, it can be overwhelming if there's a lot. So what I recommend to my clients is to pick a time frame, like 10, 15 minutes that you're going to work on something, and pick a space that you're going to start. And sometimes that can feel overwhelming too, because where do I start? So I had one client that I told her, I said, okay, you want to have the space to do your 10 minutes, but you really don't have a place that feels like it's peaceful enough for the 10 minutes. So if you want to do this in your bedroom or the office or your living room, wherever it is, find a corner that you know you want to create this calming space for you to have your Zen moment or to pray and whatever it is. And because we're want to have a special spot for this. And so find that corner that you want to create that and start there. 10 minutes working on that one corner. And it didn't take this client that I was telling her to do this, it didn't take her very long to have this beautiful chair sitting there. It was by a window. She made sure that any clutter was way outside the parameters of this area. And then she could sit and have her time, and it felt peaceful, as long as she didn't look at the other stuff, right? But sit there, ah, and enjoy your peaceful area. And so start somewhere. And to me, the best thing to do is have a special chair, have a special place or a cushion or something that you use for this time. And I will say that I had one client that had the hardest time even doing that. And so I even told her, you go to the bathroom multiple times a day. One of these times, take 5 minutes to just think or not think, whatever works. So it's just getting to the place where you allow yourself, you give yourself permission to do you, even if it's only 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, think about it. You have 24 hours in a day, and you're not taking one friggin' moment to just do what you need. So it's time to step back and decide how important you are and how worthy you are to taking this time for you. And as I was speaking to my friend this morning, it's like sometimes you have to slow down to speed up, because you cannot find solutions to things that when you are in the moment. You cannot create new ideas from the ideas that you have now. It takes a different idea, a different headspace. Give yourself permission to sit back and get into a totally new, calming headspace that feels rejuvenating.